surprises.
This shop looks popular today. Wonder what the occasion is. Butterfly Dew Cosmetics now on sale. Huh, looks like it. Oh, sigewinne's here too. Hey there, sigewinne! Hello there, Traveler and Paimon. You bet we are! So anyway, what are you doing here? The Duke insists I take regular vacation. This one just so happened to coincide with a promotion for a new skincare product, so I came over to take a look. I like to keep up with the latest industry. Wait, you... It's called Beautés en Fleur, and it's run by the Fontaine Beauty Association. I've done lots of articles about skincare for them, using the pen name Maritime Flower. Oh, wow! You're a Maritime Flower? If Paimon's not mistaken, you're one of the leading figures in... What's so weird about that? Everyone loves beauty! I really like this role. The staff at cosmetic shops are always so polite. And as long as I wear a big smile on my face, I always get the best customer service. Well, they sure don't want to make an enemy of the Maritime Flower. Obviously, it's because of sigewinne's love for beauty. Still a leader of the Beauty Association? That's incredible. I really like this role. The staff at cosmetic shops are always so polite. The truth is, I study this field because I cherish my own appearance. It has nothing to do with being beautiful or not. Oh, the words of a master beautician defy comprehension! Not really. Actually, Melusine aesthetics are very different from human. If I had to describe our approach, I'd say it's based on cuteness. Oh! Yep. Still, I really value my current appearance, and in the process of taking care of it, it turns out my knowledge and experience is pretty popular with beauty product lovers. It came as a big surprise to me, though. Oh, Paimon gets it now. But speaking of your appearance, how come you look human anyway? Are you a... Ooh, wait, sorry. That was probably... No, I don't mind. I'm not mixed, though. I made a decision. If you're interested, I could... A shape-shifting story? Oh, heck yeah, of course we're interested! Long ago, humans rejected Melusines, and Melusines feared humans. There was one Melusine who became fascinated with human medicine, but no human wanted her help. And there was one girl who liked Melusines, so no humans would make friends with her. So, the Melusine became the girl's friend, and the girl became the Melusine's patient. Your checkup's all done. You're still in perfect health. Thank you, Dr. Melusine. In this game of doctor and patient, a friendship was born. Then, one day, the girl fell ill. The Melusine was the only doctor to arrive on time, but the adults sent her away.
Scram! Melusines can't be trusted!
So just because I'm not human, can't save my best friend. In desperation, the Melazine approached the frightening witch. She begged and begged until she got a reply.
If you take this potion, concocted of sin, you will gain a human face and grow human limbs. But then, you will lose everything that attracted this friend of yours to you in the first place. Can you accept that?
The Melazine did not hesitate for very long. On a rainy night, a little doctor knocked on the girl's door. The doctor wore a hood and raincoat, maybe to protect her from the rain, but maybe also to hide a secret. The little doctor held the girl's hand and treated her illness, just as she had so many times before. Dawn came, and the little girl's condition improved. But the little doctor was long gone, for she knew her friend would never recognize her again. And so, since then, I've lived my life in human form. Most people who know me just think I was born this way. Ooh, a witch? A potion? Why does this sound like... Trust me, it's a must be the way you told it then. It just sounds so... Yeah, not every Melazine would take human form to save their human friend. That must have... Treating patients is the doctor's duty. We must always find a way. It's so crazy that they turned you away just because you were a Melazine. Especially when their daughter... Well, sometimes appearance can be a real barrier. But that... Paimon too! You're super cute.
Attention customers! Thank you all for waiting. Now, on behalf of our skincare partner, I'm delighted to announce that our exciting new product is now officially on sale.
Well, there we go. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, Paimon, if you want... Really? Personal advice right from a leader of the Fontaine Beauty Associate?
Allow me to introduce our newest skin lotion, Butterfly Dew. I'm sure many of... To say that it improves skin quality is an understatement. This product gets its name from the way it transforms your skin and makes it glow anew, like a butterfly. We are thrilled to have the inventor of this fantastic product with us here today. Please welcome Mr. Rawat, a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. Now, without...
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Rawat, and I developed Butterfly.
Wow, what a looker.
He's a researcher? Wow, he's really challenging.
It seems that everyone is surprised by my entrance. Or should I say, I'm well aware that researchers are generally better known for their brains than their dashing good looks. In that regard, I do believe I break the mold somewhat. Of course, appearance is a skin-deep way of defining a person. And yet one's appearance can be a very real set of shackles, holding a person back in their life. It can rob a young person of their self-confidence when applying for a job, dissuade a young lady from approaching the one she loves. Our actions are at the mercy of our appearance, and we slowly become the very person that the outside world sees us as. But what if I told you that those shackles can be broken? If our appearance... Then let us first change our appearance itself. Wash away moles, birthmarks, and wrinkles, and they can no longer rob us of our confidence. Replace them with luster and radiance, and we shall never again... That is why Butterfly Dew exists. Its mission is to allow us to shed our pupae, undergo a complete metamorphosis, and embrace a new life.
Well, whether it actually works or not, after that speech, Paimon's already sold!
Mr. Rawat,
Of course, I tried it many times while I was testing it. You can consider me a product ambassador.
Wow, then it's sure to...
Still, I don't expect to convince you just by blowing my own trumpet. So, could I get a
Oh, Paimon volunteer!
Ah, what an honor! It appears we have a giant of the Fontaine Beauty Association here with us. In that case, Miss sigewinne, could we seek your most
Sure.
whoa, is that maritime flower? They say she's the pickiest user of skincare products in all of
Here you go.
Well, it's very kind to the skin, and the absorption rate is high. Wow, now that's high
I'll take one.
Any discounts?
All right. Well, all that remains for me to say is, Butterfly Dew is...
Think we should buy a bottle too? Aww, really? Well, it's still good to care for your skin though, right? Paimon definitely feels kinda rough, and if you're worried about whether it's the right product for you, well, luckily for us, sigewinne's...
I'm buying for a friend, but I just want to check. This is designed for both women and...
I was looking to switch up my skincare routine anyway. I'm gonna try... Aw, I wish I'd saved...
Stocks are running low, so purchase soon.
It's an honor to receive such high praise from you. To be honest, I was also hoping you might be able to point out some flaws.
With most skincare products, the pros and cons only become... Oh yeah, this one has instant benefits. Improving skin quality without any... Don't worry though, I plan to keep using it. And I'll publish regular reviews in Beauté Sans Fleur. You could...
Oh, I was hoping for a more casual conversation, but you are a beauty association leader after all. I understand if you want to...
sigewinne? Oh, excuse us, Miss Beauty Expert.
Wait, are you the...
That's right, and by his side, the equally famous Paimon.
Well, I don't know. Butterfly Dew is made for all skin types, so no matter who you are, you can rest assured that it will be kind to your skin. If anything, it might be marginally more effective on Fontaine.
Why would it work better on...
In the interests of protecting my trade secrets, I'm afraid I can't.
Alright then. How about...
Save yourself the trouble. I'd be greatly honored to have both of you use my product. Here, take 2 bottles for free.
Yay! Paimon's private fund survives!
I can see why you might think that, but please don't misunderstand. To me, finding new customers for Butterfly Dew is about meeting kindred spirits. Fellow
Admirers of physical beauty? Eesh, that's embarrassing to say out loud.
It's nothing to be ashamed of, Miss Paimon. Most people claim to desire inner virtue, but it's still physical appearance that turns their heads. This is a fact of life. It's only... And that's exactly what inspired me to choose this research direction in the first place.
You're right. Everyone loves beauty, don't they?
Look at the time. My apologies, but I have other things to attend to. I'll leave you with these 2 bottles of Butterfly Dew, and I look forward to see...
Paimon, I'd say there's no need for you in the trap. Why? Is there a problem? The quality is fine. I just think there's room for improvement. I think I could add some ingredients to the mix to... Really? Then why didn't you tell Rawat about that? Researchers are a very special breed of human. You can point out their flaws to their face and they won't mind very much. But if you tell them that someone else could do a better job, now that'll make them really upset. If I'd mentioned it, he probably wouldn't have given you those 2 bottles for free. Fair enough, that makes... If you're interested in the more effective version, I can write up a list of ingredients for you. Just... When you say more effective, you mean it'll make Paimon even prettier? Ooh, how can we say no? As for me, it's probably time I got back to the Fortress of Maripede. Alright, see you there then!
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Let's ride!
Squall and Fury!
Just up ahead, Traveler. The ingredients for sigewinne should be nearby. The show begins!
Relax. Behold, you're dead.
How amusing.
How brilliant!
The wind rises.
Great! That's everything! Let's head to the Fortress of Mirapede!
Squall and Fury.
Yeah! Scatter!
Whoa, the infirmary is packed!
Please, you have to believe me. I saw it with my own eyes last night. Another me. He looked...
Got it? Okay. I've written down everything you told me. Now, first, which finger am I holding up?
your index finger, but I'm telling you, my mental...
Very good. Now, on to the next. Hey there, Your Grace. It's been a while.
Ah, it's you two. Indeed it has. I would offer you some tea, but I'm afraid the timing...
No worries. Actually, we were looking for sigewinne. Do you, know what
This inmate came running to the guards in a panic, claiming to have seen his
a doppelganger? Doesn't that just mean someone else kind of...
That's what I thought when the report first reached my desk. But we've inspected our records. No one... Considering how certain he is of what he saw, I can only surmise that he's having some mental issues. So I brought him for a...
All right. Very good. Take a sip of water and rest. Evaluation complete. I couldn't find any...
I see. So do you still believe that...
I have to assume so for now. Psychological issues are more difficult to detect. At this stage, we can't...
The rumor mill will go crazy if word of this gets out. Guards, take him to the ward for a period of observation. The Marechaussee Phantom has requested my cooperation on the case, otherwise I'd deal with this myself. Sorry for the trouble, head nurse.
No problem, Your Grace. I'll add him to my observation list.
By the way, we have a couple of guests here who've made the trip just to see you. I imagine it must be important. You probably won't...
Oh, Traveler, Paimon, it's you. Hey there, Sigewinne! It's actually not...
I'll be in my office if you desperately need me.
Okay, bye-bye! So, would you mind waiting for just a moment? I have another patient to see. Just find an empty bed and take a seat. Oh, sure!
Sigewinne, we've brought him. And he seems to have taken a turn.
Okay, don't panic. Let's start by sitting him down here. Paimon had no idea how busy it can get for Sigewinne. Maybe now's not the time to ask for her help with skincare. Good point. Besides, it might actually be interesting to observe. Well, this could hurt, so I suggest you take a deep... Did his face melt?
It's anyone's guess. His face melted off shortly after arriving at the fortress. But since he's a serious offender, he can't be allowed out for medical treatment. Best we can do for now is... Oh, this is gonna be awkward. We still need to bring him to the Marechaussee Phantom for questioning. What if he scares them half to death? Will that be our fault?
The Marechaussee Phantom? Does this have some...
Yep, it was a huge case. They bagged a few dozen crooks in one fell swoop. And this guy's the baddest apple of the bunch. He harmed countless people. And...
You done gawking?
that yet. I need to check the severity of your ulcers to decide the right dosage. Don't worry. We Melusines have a very different sense of aesthetics from humans. To me, you just look like a...
Don't patronize me. Do I look like a kid to you? Just give me the meds and let me out of here. I already missed my...
Hey, lose the attitude. You dare talk back to our head nurse like that again? You're
Oh, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to apply the medication now. Look how nice sigewinne's being. And he still talks to her like that?
Can I leave now?
Wow, not a peep. Oh, what a brave little guy.
Thank you, sigewinne. And I apologize for the trouble.
So, Traveler?
We did, but we don't want to interfere or anything.
Oh, don't be silly. I agreed to it, didn't I? Just hand me the ingredients, and I'll make some time to whip it into the improved version for you. Take a rest here if you want. Or, if you're not tired, I hear they're holding a new pancreation tournament in the administration area.
Or alternatively, is there anything we could help you with, sigewinne? That's right! Let us help you out! It's the least we could do!
Good point. Kind-hearted humans start to develop guilt if they accept free help from others. Don't worry. I'll take a look at my schedule. I'm sure I can find something to treat this condition. I gotta warn you, though. It'll be tiring work. So I suggest you take a...
We're ready, sigewinne! What's our first mission?
I found the perfect job for the Traveler. First, I'd like you to lie down...
What for?
I need you to pretend to be sick.
What?
Oh, is it that difficult? I thought you did a pretty good job.
Oh, so you knew.
I sure did. He was way more interesting than the usual malingering inmates. And you played along very well, Paimon. I observed you two for quite a while after that.
Well, this is awkward. But why do you need a...
No time to explain. My next patient will be here any second. Oh, please, just do as I say. You can, pretend like you've got a nasty headache. And throw...
Okay.
Hey, Doc. It's me. I'm only here because my mom won't stop pestering me.
Well, your mother has enough on her plate with a busy job. Well, the last thing she needs is to work.
I know! I shouldn't treat the place like a playground. Shouldn't go swimming in the... I thought I'd be able to have some fun here at the fortress for a few days.
All right. Sit yourself down and I'll take your temperature. Your fever still hasn't gone down.
But Doc, it's so bitter. Do I really have to drink it? I mean, I'll be fine, right? I've got an uncle who caught a cold. Can't you just write me a note saying I'm on the mend? I just need something to keep my...
I sure can. You're a very brave boy.
Huh? Brave? What makes you say that?
Well, if you want to rely on your own immune system to clear up your fever, then you'll have to tough it out like this guy.
Hang in there, Traveler! Are you gonna puke? Paimon can get you a paper bag!
As long as you're tough enough to get through the nausea and dizziness caused by the high fever, you'll be right as...
And... if I...
Hey! Wake up! Wake up!
Put it this way. At least you'll never have to see the doctor again, right?
I think maybe I'll take that medicine up.
Oh, of course. Here,
It's so bitter.
all done. Great job, you two.
That kid really doesn't know what's good for him.
His mother's a guard here. She's been working back-to-back shifts lately. But unfortunately, his father... He was quite happy at first. He seemed to think that the...
So you made us put on that act just to scare a kid into taking his medicine? That's a pretty sneaky trick. Seems like they're...
It's a technique I learned.
Oh, you had a teacher? Was she a melon?
She was human. Is she?
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. I really liked my teacher, so it's always nice. She was a traveling doctor. And since she didn't have a clinic, she'd go out and visit her patients wherever they were. She used to say, if you can scare the little brats into taking their medicine, you won't have to hear them wailing and screeching when their condition gets worse.
Huh, she sounds like a pretty strict teacher.
Strict? Well, that's not how my teacher saw it. She thought of herself as terrifying to kids.
Strange way for a doctor to describe themselves. Now Paimon's curious to know what she looked like.
Oh,
Wow, yeah, okay, that'll terrify the kid.
yep. All the children she treated thought she was a...
Why does it almost sound like you're envious?
Oh, because I am. If she was here, all the children would take their medicine without it.
A doctor who looks like a witch. True, they wouldn't dare try anything funny with her around.
Oh, me, on the other hand, it's hopeless.
That's actually a good
Oh, my next patient should be arriving now.
Sure thing! On to the next... Is it nighttime already? That flew by.
Well, thanks to you two, it was much...
Should we get some rest? It's...
Oh, there is one last thing. I have to keep it confidential, so I usually leave it till after everyone...
Confidential? Are you sure?
Oh, it's fine. You're not living here anymore, so it's okay if you know. All it is I have to prepare some ingredients to make health...
Wait, you mean those healthy meals?
My patients refuse to eat any healthy meals I prepare in front of them, so I have to prep the ingredients in secret, then let the chef at the Coupon cafeteria handle the rest.
Considering even the chef's version makes people uneasy, it really makes you wonder what's in it.
You want to find out? I can teach you how to make it. That way, if you ever suffer from exhaustion on your future travels... The ingredients are ready. Now, put them on the table. First, we add this special slime condensate. Stir it thoroughly.
Yeah, it really does! Until you remember it's slime condensate.
Next up, xenochromatic crystals. You want to crush them up into a fine powder, like powdered
Wait, are those from Fontimer Aberrants? Are you sure they're edible?
Finally, we'll need some high-protein meat. Frogs are an excellent choice. You just need to clean their innards and...
Oh! Frogs.
And we're done. All that's left now is to pack them. Yesterday in the production zone, I noticed an inmate who's been working for 2 days straight. That means
Sigewinne really does have the inmate's best interests at heart.
Too slow.
Faster!
The wind rises.
Let's ride! Go! Faster!
Let's ride! Carving waves! Thank you for joining me, traveler. I'm Mualani, a guide from the people.
slippery ground here is perfect for sliding around faster.
Ah, head nurse.
Just the one today. The serial number's on the list.
Sounds good. I'll make sure it gets delivered.
Sounds like they're talking in code.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. I only wish I could do more. You work so hard for all our sakes.
That won't do. If you reduce your sleeping...
All right. Nurse's orders.
Well, I'm done with work for today. Thanks for...
Seems like the guards and staff here have a lot of respect for you, sigewinne. In just one day of helping you with your work, if you...
Head nurse, please, wait. I'm sorry to disturb you this late.
Okay, just relax.
The guard at the observation ward, Odilon, he told me to pass on a message to you. One of the inmates there, the guy suffering from possible hallucination.
Huh. All right.
You were right to tell me. I'll have to examine him and make sure he's well before we discharge him.
Looks like we've got one job as medical assistants left. We'll come with you.
Squall and Fury. Ah, head nurse, you're finally here. I'm so sorry for all the trouble after giving it some thought. I'm sure that I was probably just seeing things. Stress-related, I imagine. I'd been working long hours, so I definitely was...
I totally understand. Still, I have to give you an examination before I can discharge you, okay? So, take a deep breath.
Again, so sorry. I was in such a state this morning, I barely recall...
Oh, not at all. It's a lot to remember. First up, we have a little cognitive test.
Your pinky.
All right, all indicators...
So it was a stress-induced hallucination after all?
Well, we've certainly had previous cases of mental illness caused by overwork, which is why I carefully observe everyone in the production zone.
Please, head nurse, you shouldn't blame yourself. I'm just still adapting, that's all. Pushed myself too hard, and I guess I couldn't take it. Thanks for looking after me. I'll be as good as new after a good night's sleep. And if you can give me the okay, I know I'll sleep better back in my good old dorm.
It can be difficult to relax in an unfamiliar environment. I suggest you take 2 days off to focus on your recovery. I'll take you off the observation list for now. So...
Great. I can't thank you enough, head nurse.
Mr. Odilon, could you escort him back?
Of course. I'm on guard duty in the administrative area tonight, so nothing will go wrong. Yep.
Guess you're finally done for the day now, huh?
Yep. But I still haven't gotten around to making the...
Oh, no rush! Seriously, it's super late now. You should go get some...
Well, tomorrow it is then. Good night, Traveler.
Oh, don't you worry! We will! After a productive day of work, we're both gonna sleep like a log. Yeah, sleep tight, sigewinne. See you tomorrow!
did sleep like a log. Let's go find Sigewinne. Let's ride!
Behold!
Whoa! How is the infirmary even busier than yesterday? Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. I have a few people here for a chat.
No problem. Anything we can do?
There's a bit of a complicated situation here.
You have to believe me. I'm telling.
You're in a medical facility. Keep it down.
Please, listen to me. I'm not Gascon. I'm Uy.
You're a horrible liar, you know that? We get all your mugshots with the arrest warrants. It's clear as day that you're Gascon.
You mean because of the way I look? I don't know what happened. I just woke up like this. Then you guys dragged me in here for an interrogation.
I brought you here to figure out what's going on. If you truly are the victim of an injustice, yelling isn't going to achieve anything. At most, it'll delay your vindication.
All right.
This is nuts. Yesterday's interrogation.
Morning, Your Grace. What's going on?
Remember the case I mentioned yesterday? The one brought to me by the Marechaussee Phantom? Well, we've been questioning the inmates involved this morning.
Huh. That's even weirder than what that...
The thing is, none of them have been able to provide any evidence whatsoever to support their claims. Questioning them further got us nowhere.
And we thought yesterday was as busy as it got for Sigewinne.
We've compiled their statements. Have a look.
Wait.
Release? Interesting. The inmates they spoke of in their statements appear to all be due for release today.
I noticed that too. If that's their plan, they're underestimating us a little. Every serious offender claims that there's someone else who just so happens to be due for release today. And they're
All the more reason to be cautious. Lumberzar, check the release list for today and make sure no one gets processed. We're gonna need an excuse, though. Just say we're out of forms.
I'm on it.
It's conceivable that our group of serious offenders somehow found a way to switch places with inmates who are about to be released, so they can...
We did consider that possibility. But I mean, just look at them. They match the warrants.
Only if they're dead ringers for the inmates due for release, I suppose. I gave you that name list yesterday to assist in your investigation. Did that help?
Yes, the inmates' mugshots were attached to the list. The first thing I did was check for lookalikes. And I did. The only other thing that stands out to me is that their voices sound a little different today.
Oh, really?
Give me a moment. I think I have a way to confirm what... I know, it's not time to change your dressing yet, but please, bear with me.
Huh? Isn't that the guy from yesterday?
This should be Honore. He has very severe facial ulcers, which require an operation in the hospital at the Court of Fontaine. I authorized him to leave the fortress for medical treatment under guarded escort.
Yes, like I told you. I'm not Putton. I'm Honore.
So there has been a swap. Well, I can see what happened in Potton's case, but how do you explain... souls switched bodies.
No, I believe it was their faces that got switched. The method is a bit like replacing a tooth. Take the bad tooth out, put a false one in. And actually, I think Traveler, Paimon, do you remember Eric from the other day?
Yeah, sure do.
Then you can be my witnesses. To start with, please fetch the inmate who... So, you're Eric?
Yes, head nurse. It's me. You do believe me, right?
I need to do another examination.
All right. It's the cognition test first, right? So I...
Now, try to recall if you can. The last time we did this test...
I believe it was... your index finger.
But that means...
Huh?
So, basically, last night, the Eric who said he saw another him suddenly Sigewinne did another test before letting him leave, but that time...
Huh? I don't know about any test last night. There was nothing to do in the observation ward, so I went straight to bed.
Well, in that case, there is a reasonable explanation for the strange events of the past 2 days.
So, what exactly happened?
The gang of serious offenders wanted to break out of prison, so they identified a group of scapegoats, namely inmates whose terms were almost up. Last night, when Odilon was on duty, they ambushed him and had one of their group switch appearances with him using their face-swapping method. That allowed them to avoid... Then, once all the other inmates were asleep, Odilon spent his night shift carrying out the remainder of their switcheroo plan. However, they made one mistake. Henri changed his appearance to match Eric's earlier than he should have done, and ended up being spotted by the real Eric. Real Eric came to the guards for help, but we didn't know then what we know now. So we put it down to hallucination and sent him to the observation ward. However, since one of the gang members was posing as a guard, they simply changed real Eric's appearance and had their Eric.
Right, because I put Eric on the observation list by then, and no inmates on that list can be processed for
Hence why the imposters had to pull that little stunt to get fake Eric off the list.
Yeah, it all makes sense now!
Well, I can't fault the reasoning. But I'm afraid that we ruled out the possibility of face switch.
Criminals altering their facial appearance to commit crimes is nothing new. In fact, one of the explicit duties of the Malazines in the we carefully examined all the suspects, and there is no evidence that any means of disguise were—
Well then...
So far, it seems more likely that the gang stole documentation belonging to the inmates due for release, and are using that to commit identity.
Actually, there is a potion that can completely change someone's appearance. If they use that...
A shape-shifting potion?
Forgive me, head nurse, but this is the first time I'm hearing about it. If such a potion truly existed, it would jeopardize—
Yes, I am.
But...
Please, trust me in my professional opinion as—
At the same time, without any solid evidence, it's pure speculation. If we can round up all the inmates suspected of switching places, then have a little talk with both sides, we might just get our answer. Yep, let's do—
Okay. Well, it was our negligence that meant we had to come and conduct these post-internment interrogations. And I know it's put you out.
Your Grace, bad news. I paused the releases like you asked, but we were too late. A bunch of people already got processed. I checked the list, and sure enough, it's all the—
2 hours ago? That's before today's interrogation
So there really was a switch after all.
We should be able to catch up with them if we leave now, right?
Not if that potion is real. They can just switch faces again after leaving the fortress. And if the Maréchaussee's Melazines—
Yikes! So we're at a complete dead end!
Well, technically there is one more lead. We were only able to arrest this gang thanks to the help of a researcher from the Fontaine
Oh?
Rawat, isn't that the handsome guy we met at that skincare
Handsome? Maybe from a One of the crimes this gang is charged with is the manufacture and sale of illicit drugs. According to Mr. Rawat, they appear to have At first, he thought it was a typical case of intellectual property infringement, and he tried to negotiate with them. But once he discovered that thanks to his report, we were able to swoop in and arrest them.
What a hero! Bet that took courage.
No doubt. This is worth following up on. As the one who snitched on them, it's highly likely that Rawat will be targeted. That aside, since he's negotiated with them in person before, there's a chance—
Understood, Your Grace. My team and I will head to the Fontaine Research Institute right away. In the meantime, please keep an eye on the face switch victims for us.
Of course.
Miss Morgan, I'd like to come along and help you catch these criminals.
Huh?
Well, I'm the one who discharged the fake Eric.
Don't say that, head nurse. Your focus was on the inmate's health, and rightly so. We can't ask you—
I also have a more personal reason. Cotton is a patient of mine.
Look, head nurse, I completely understand where you're coming from. But arresting criminals is dangerous business.
Don't worry.
You say that.
If I may, Miss Morgan, Sigewinne is the one who raised the potion hypothesis, and I'm sure she has far more expertise on the topic than your team. And if you really are worried for her safety— Ah, there you go, right on cue. Knew I could count on—
Okay. Well, since this plan has the Duke's blessing, far be it from—
You can only do so much on your own, but with a group.
Greetings. Sorry to impose, but I'm afraid we're here—
The marsh is a phantom. Let me guess, you're investigating some more illegal—
Not this time, no. We're looking for a researcher. Do you know where we—
What? He actually doesn't work on site here very often. There's a handful of researchers in the nearby area who know him pretty well, though.
Just a handful?
Well, I guess you could say he's popular, at least on a superficial level. He's blessed with good looks, but in all his time here at the Fontaine Research Institute, I don't think he's ever had a single deep conversation about his research with his peers.
That's so weird. He definitely didn't come across like a recluse at that product promotion.
I don't find that weird at all. He definitely didn't strike me as the...
Really? Paimon couldn't tell. Must be a...
Okay, we should talk with his acquaintances. But we also need to check the Research Institute for any clues. Let's split up. It'll save us...
Sure thing! We'll go ask around among the other researchers with sigewinne. Paimon's suddenly kinda... Excuse us, are you...
That's me. What is...
Are you close friends with Rawat? We're trying to find out where...
Close friends? You mean because I told him I had feelings for him once? I doubt I'm the first or last at the Institute to make that mistake. I should have known, really. Men like him, they just enjoy being surrounded by fun.
Okay. We were just kind of wondering if you might.
Why would I know where he's at? I barely know him, and he probably doesn't even remember me.
Ugh, this is getting annoying. Shall we go ask someone else?
I think she knows Rawat better than she cares to admit.
Maybe, but we're not going to get much out of her while she's in this state.
She's displaying symptoms common among people in love, if that's what you mean.
It's curable?
Oh, we're still no closer to finding Mr. Rawat. Oh, by this point, he could be in grave danger.
Danger? Wait, why are you looking for him again?
Oh, that's right, yeah! The Marshosei Phantom said that he's been targeted by some pretty bad.
What? How has this happened? He seemed fine when I left.
Oh, I see. Well, do you have any—
Okay, but this is purely out of concern for his safety. If he's not at the Institute, he might be at his mother's place. I heard she raised him alone, that they had it pretty tough financially, and these days she's housebound due to illness. He makes regular trips back home to check on her.
Oh, okay.
Nope, sorry. I only found out the thing about his mother because it came up in conversation once. I was just trying to find out more about him. When I told him I had a crush on him, I offered to help him take care of his mother. And yeah, maybe that was a stupid idea, but did he really have to yell at me for it? It's like, fine, I can take no for an answer, but what unbelievable. These guys only want to show you their charming, well-groomed exterior. They can't stand it when a few home truths shine through.
Looks like her love syndrome is flaring up again.
We need to find out Mr. Rawat's mother's address. Let's check with the Marshosei officers when we regroup.
Cool, sounds like a
Well, I've told you everything I know. Don't you think it's time?
Carving waves!
Hey there, are you in Teep?
What do you want?
We're here to ask about Rawat. Any idea where he might be?
Close? Not sure that's the word I'd use. He wouldn't even let me use his pat.
Huh?
It's been a good few days since I last saw him. I don't know where he's at. Go ask someone else.
Would the patent in question happen to be related to the—
Yeah, kinda. Butterfly do, or...
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Keep going.
Most of the other researchers here focus on mechanics, energy, stuff like that. I get why he wouldn't be interested in having anything to do with them, but I'm studying coatings. There's a huge overlap in our areas of research. Why would he refuse to work with me? I bought his product once, and noticed it contains a unique substance that might have applications in coatings, too. If it worked out? Don't get me wrong. I had no intention of plagiarizing his work. I was hoping to get official permission to use his findings in my own research. Followed the proper procedure. It was all above board. I would have had to pay, but despite that, he turned me down not once, not twice, but 3 times. It's like he's vehemently opposed to the idea of anyone else making the kind of money he does.
Huh, so is Rawat antisocial, or is this guy just jealous? Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any info about Rawat's whereabouts from him.
Wait, 1 second. Mr. Antibes, next time you go shopping, you should buy some Buell fruits. Peel the skin, steep in water, then drink. It'll help calm your mood.
Huh? Yeah. Gonna have to cut this chat short. I have a patent application to write.
Let's ride!
Behold,
continue with my hydrology research.
Ever tried chasing waves before? Sorry to bother you, sir, but are you
Who's asking?
just some concerned citizens helping out the Marechaussee Phantom with an investigation? We'd like to ask you about Rawat's whereabouts, if that's okay.
Not anymore, we're not. Turns out we don't see eye to eye.
Oh yeah? What happened?
The thing about us researchers is, most of us do what we do for some sort of higher purpose. He won't even let you work with him unless you sign a confidentiality agreement first. Also, he has better control over who gets which intellectual property rights. How are you supposed to get any meaningful research done working? Now that I've got my own technical solution for my compressor, I don't need to work with him anymore.
So that's what Rawat is really.
We'd still like to know where to find him. Is that something you can help us with?
Wait, Yeah, I know you. You're the head nurse at the Fortress of Meripede. Alright, then I'm happy to help you if I can. I respect the work you do. Medicine serves.
Wow, turns out sigewinne's got some real
Thing is, I have no real way of knowing where he might be.